In the sky, something shimmered at first. It looked like a falling star, but it wasn't falling. It was watching. Cole stood outside the broken cabin, staring up at the dark speck above the clouds. He knew what it was. They saw her, he said. Didn't they? Leary stepped beside him, holding her glowing daughter close. Yes, she said quietly, and now they'll send more. Cole didn't look away. Let them. Inside the cabin, blue light still pulsed softly from the baby, now calm, now in control. She was different now, stronger. Her tiny voice even tried to form words. Cole, she whispered. He blinked, then smiled. She said my name. Leary smiled too, tears in her eyes. She remembers you. You protected her. No, Cole said. We protected each other. Far above, in a cold metal room lit by stars, alien leaders watched the recording of the hunter's death again and again. This child cannot be allowed to live. One hissed. But she is awake now, another said. And she is not alone. The screen showed Cole holding the baby, standing firm, rifle in hand. This human, said the third leader, must be eliminated as well. Cole spent the next day repairing the cabin with what little supplies were left. But he wasn't just rebuilding walls. He was setting traps. He was preparing. This was no longer just a safe house. It was a fortress. Leary helped where she could, using tools she barely understood. She watched Cole, his quiet strength, his patience, the way he never looked at her like she was less. You don't have to stay, she said. You didn't choose this. Cole looked at her, serious. No, I didn't. Then he looked at the baby, now asleep in a bed made of old blankets and soft light. But I am choosing now. The next night, the stars flickered. A message came through an old Earthcom device, scrambled but clear. Cole answered. This is Commander Drex of the Outer Reach, the voice said. We picked up energy spikes from your zone. Confirm alien contact? Cole glanced at the baby, then back at the radio. Confirmed, he said. And if they come again, tell them Earth will be ready. The baby stirred in her sleep. She wasn't afraid anymore. Not of the dark. Not of the hunters. And definitely not of being alone. Because now, she wasn't. She had her mother, and she had him. A human who stood when others ran. Who fought when others gave up. Who said yes when the whole galaxy said no. Cole stood on the cabin roof that night, rifle across his back, eyes on the stars. They might come, Leary said, standing beside him. They will, Cole replied. What will you do? He smiled. I'll be waiting. The cabin was burning, not with fire but with silence, smoke and sparks. Cole knelt beside the first fallen hunter. Its armor was cracked from the EMP blast, but its eyes were still open, glowing red, watching. They don't stop, Cole whispered. Even when they're dead. Then he heard it thud from the roof, thud again, then crash. A hole exploded in the ceiling. Snow and debris rained down as a second alien dropped straight into the room, like a shadow made of metal. Cole fired, but the bullets bounced off. The hunter growled, sharp teeth showing under its helmet. It looked past Cole toward the hidden floor hatch. It had one goal. The baby. Below the floor, Leary covered her child's mouth gently. The baby didn't cry, but her small hands were glowing again, brighter now, pulsing like a heart ready to burst. No, Leary whispered. Not now, not yet. She could feel the power growing. The warmth, the light, and the danger. Cole dove behind the couch as the hunter swung a glowing blade, slicing furniture like paper. I don't have time for this, Cole muttered. He pulled his pistol and aimed low right at the joints in the alien's armor. Bang! Bang! The shots hit. The creature stumbled. That gave Cole 1 second, one chance. He rushed forward and slammed his shoulder into the alien's chest, knocking it off balance. The alien roared and grabbed Cole by the neck. lifting him into the air. Cole's vision blurred. Then boom! The wooden floor exploded from underneath as a wave of blue light shot upward like a rising sun. The baby's glow had turned into a blast. The alien hunter screamed and dropped. Cole, its armor sparked, twisted, and cracked open like glass hit by lightning. Then, silence. The hunter fell in pieces. Cole gasped for breath on the floor. From the broken floorboards, Leary slowly climbed up, the baby glowing in her arms. Cole sat up. She saved me. Leary looked down at her daughter. She's learning. The baby's eyes were open, bright, glowing, alert. She looked at Cole and giggled, even after what just happened. She giggled, but outside, the final hunter was already preparing. He watched from the trees. He had seen the light, seen his brothers fall. Now he brought out something worse, a black spear charged with antimatter. I will take the child. He hissed, even if I must destroy the human to do it. Back inside, Cole was patching his wounds. So, he said, your kid can blast aliens into space dust. That would have been nice to know earlier. She didn't know she could, Leary replied. She only reacts when she senses danger. Or fear. Cole raised an eyebrow. Great. A baby that glows when I'm scared. That's comforting. Leary looked serious. No, not when you're scared. When she is. They both turned to the baby. She was looking toward the window. Her hand started to glow. Again, brighter than ever. Cole stood up, rifle in hand. He's coming, isn't he? Leary nodded. The last one, the worst one. Outside, the snow began to melt. Not from the sun, from the heat of something evil stepping closer. The final hunter. And this time, he wouldn't miss. The snow outside had turned black. Not from dirt. Not from smoke. From him. The last hunter stepped through the trees, one slow step at a time. His body was heavier. His armor was darker. His weapon, an antimatter spear, hummed with deadly energy. Inside the cabin, the baby stopped glowing. She was holding her breath, even without seeing the enemy. She felt him. Cole looked at her. Why did she stop glowing? Leary answered, her voice shaking. This one scares her. Cole picked up his rifle. Then I'll scare him back. But Leary grabbed his arm. No, this one is not like the others. He's trained to kill from the inside. He attacks fear. Memory, mind. Cole paused. So what do we do? Leary looked down at her daughter. We wake her. Outside, the hunter spoke in his native tongue, loud and cruel. You can hide your child behind stone and wood, but I will break both. I was made to silence miracles. He raised his spear and pointed it at the cabin. Let me in, or I will tear down your world. Inside, Leary cradled the baby and began to hum a soft, strange melody. The room dimmed. The air grew still. Cole watched as tiny blue symbols lit up on the baby's forehead. Symbols that hadn't been there before. Is that writing? He asked. It's her name, Leary whispered. Her true name. Only now is she ready to carry it. The baby opened her glowing eyes. The cabin shook. The fire roared higher without fuel. The baby blinked, and every piece of glass in the room cracked. Cole took a step back. What is she doing? She's remembering, Leary said. She's unlocking what they tried to bury inside her. The front door shattered. The final hunter stepped in, spear aimed at Cole. I told you, he growled. The child is not yours. But Cole didn't move. The baby stood on her own feet, now wobbly, glowing brighter than ever. She raised her tiny hands, and the air changed. The hunter screamed, not from pain. From confusion. He looked down. His weapon was melting, then his armor cracked. His helmet fell off, revealing his twisted alien face filled with terror. What are you? He hissed. The baby didn't speak, but her light answered for her. A single wave of blue energy pushed Outward slow but strong. The hunter's body froze. Then shattered into ash. Silence. No breathing. No sound. Just the soft glow of the baby standing. In the middle of the broken room, Cole fell to his knees. He wasn't scared. He was in awe. She saved us, he whispered. I stepped forward and picked up her daughter. No, she said softly. She saved herself. Outside, snow began to fall again. Real snow. Soft. Clean. The black ash was gone. The air felt lighter. Almost peaceful. Cole looked up at the stars. For the first time in years. He smiled, but far above Earth, deep in the cold silence of space. A dark ship had recorded everything. The glowing, the hunter's death, the baby's power, and a voice from the shadows spoke. Send word to the high circle. The child has awakened. At exactly midnight, every light in the cabin went out. The heater stopped. The fire faded to a whisper. The old clock on the wall ticked once. Then died. Darkness. Total. Deep, strange darkness. Cole stood from his chair, holding his rifle. Power's out, he muttered. That's no accident. Then something lit up behind him. Soft blue light. He turned around slowly. It was the baby, lying on the blanket. Her small body was glowing again, brighter than before. Her chest pulsed like a heartbeat. Her tiny fingers sparked with soft, dancing light. Cole blinked. The glow lit up the whole room, but didn't hurt his eyes. It felt warm. What is she? He whispered. Liri, still resting on the couch, opened her eyes. The light touched her face, and she smiled weakly. She's changing, she said. It's starting. Starting what? Cole asked. Liri struggled to sit up. Her gift. She is not like others. Not even like me. The baby's glow grew stronger. Strange lines formed on her skin like ancient symbols. They lit up, then faded. Then lit up again. She is a beacon, Liri whispered. A light the stars have never seen before. Cole stared. Is that why they want her? Liri nodded. She can wake things, machines, ships, maybe even worlds. Cole rubbed his face. That's a lot for someone who can't even walk. Liri looked serious. She's only a baby now. But soon, her mind will grow faster. They fear that. They want to erase her before she becomes what they call impossible. Outside in the woods, something beeped. The armored hunter's scanner lit up with red symbols. Signal confirmed, he growled. She's here. The child is active. He stepped back and sent a message through his com. Prepare to strike. She's glowing. Inside, the glow started to fade. The baby yawned and curled up again. The lights in the cabin flickered back on. The fire slowly grew. Heat returned. Cole sat down and let out a breath. Great, he said. We've got a baby that's a walking power surge. Liri gave a tired laugh. She likes you. Lucky me, Cole said. But he looked at the baby with gentle eyes. She was different. But somehow peaceful. Later that night, Cole stepped outside to get more wood. The snow had stopped, but the air was cold and sharp. He looked up at the stars. They were bright tonight. Too bright. That's when he noticed it. A second moon. No. Not a moon. Ship. High above, just outside Earth's atmosphere. A black vessel hovered in silence. Cole's blood ran cold. They're already here. Back inside, Liri whispered to her child. She sang in a soft alien language, like wind through trees. The baby listened, and for the first time, a tear rolled down her glowing cheek. The trees were whispering. Not with wind. Not with snow. Something was moving between them, fast, silent, and not human. Cole stood at the edge of his porch with his rifle. He wasn't breathing. His eyes followed the shadows between the trees. He had placed motion traps around the cabin. Old tech. Simple stuff. But now, all 5 sensors were offline. All of them. He whispered, "That's not a mistake." He knelt down and touched the snow. A boot print. Large, deep, not human shape. He followed the trail with his eyes. The prints circled the cabin, then vanished. They were being hunted. Inside, Leary sat on the floor, holding her baby close. Her hands trembled. "She's scared," she said softly. "She?" Cole asked as he walked back in. "The baby or you?" "Both," Leary whispered. Cole locked the door again and checked every window. "There's someone out there. I didn't see them, but I felt it. They're close." Leary closed her eyes. "They are patient, trained to wait. They smell fear." Cole sat near her. "Then we'll give them something else. Steel and fire." Leary looked up. "You're not running?" Cole chuckled darkly. "This is my home. They picked the wrong cabin." Night fell harder than ever. The forest outside was too quiet. No birds, no wind. Just heavy silence. Inside the cabin, Leary fed the baby. The soft blue glow returned, but dimmer, calmer now. The baby had grown quiet, as if she knew danger was near. Cole checked his gear. 2 rifles, 1 pistol, a few MP. Grenades, and a combat knife. Not much, but enough for a fight. He placed a motion alarm near the front door. Then he lit an old lantern with backup oil. Suddenly, tap tap tap, a noise at the back window. Cole turned fast. Gun raised. Nothing. He walked over slowly, heart pounding. He pulled back the curtain. Nothing. But as he turned away, scratch. A long claw-like mark appeared across the glass. Cole's eyes widened. "They're here." Far in the woods, 3 alien hunters stood in a triangle. Their black armor blended into the forest. Their helmets showed the cabin in red thermal view. "The child is inside," one of them said. "Do we wait for the drone?" Asked another. "No, the glow will rise again. If she glows too bright, others may see it. We move now." Inside, Cole whispered to Leary, "Take the baby. Hide in the trapdoor under the floor." "What about you?" she asked. "I'm not going anywhere," he said. "If they come, I'll be the first thing they see." Leary didn't argue. She opened the hidden hatch and climbed down into the small space. It was cramped and dark, but warm. Cole covered the hatch with a rug and placed a heavy chair over it. Then he turned off the lights and waited. 10 minutes passed, then 20. Then dash crack. A floorboard creaked near the kitchen. Cole didn't move. Another step. He pointed his rifle toward the sound, then whispers in an alien language. He saw a shadow moving toward the hallway. Cole aimed and whispered to himself, "Come closer." But the figure didn single quotes d. It turned, walked toward the baby's last known location. The trapdoor. Cole fired. Bang! The shot lit the room. The figure dropped, but didn't stay down. It growled, low and guttural. Cole rolled to the side, dodging a plasma blade that sliced through the air. He kicked the alien back and pulled the EMA grenade. Surprise! He muttered. Click. Boom! A blue pulse exploded through the room, shutting off all devices and freezing the alien in mid-step. It screamed, then dropped to the floor, smoking. Cole breathed hard, but he knew that was only one of them. And more were coming. The wind howled outside like a hungry beast. Snow fell hard in the dark woods, covering everything in white. Cole, a former soldier, sat inside his small wooden cabin. He lived alone now, far from cities, far from noise. He liked the quiet. But tonight, something was different. Knock, knock. Cole froze. No one ever came out here. He slowly stood up, picked up his old hunting knife, and walked to the door. He waited. Nothing. Then he heard it, a soft cry. Not loud, not human. Cole opened the door. Cold air rushed in. Snowflakes flew inside like tiny white ghosts. On his front step, he saw a small bundle. It was wrapped in strange dark cloth. It moved. It cried again. "A baby?" he whispered. He bent down and touched the cloth. It was freezing. He pulled the bundle into his arms. Inside was a small, strange-looking baby. Its skin was light blue. Its eyes glowed faintly. It wasn't human, but it was shivering. Hungry, cold, alone, Cole looked around. "Who left you here?" he said. Then he saw something move behind the trees. He stepped outside. The snow crunched under his boots. He held the alien baby close to his chest to keep it warm. A figure stumbled out from the shadows. It was a woman, but not human. Her skin was the same light blue as the baby's. Her arms were thin. She wore torn clothes. Her long silver hair stuck to her face. Her eyes met Cole's, and they were full of fear. She fell to her knees. "Please," she whispered. "Help, baby." Then she collapsed in the snow. Cole didn't think twice. He rushed to her and picked her up with his free arm. She was too light. She hadn't eaten in days. He brought them both inside and closed the door. Inside the cabin, Cole placed the woman gently on the couch and the baby on a warm blanket. He added more wood to the fire. The baby stopped crying, but its small body still shook. Cole wrapped it in a towel and gave it warm milk from a bottle. It wasn't perfect, but the baby drank it fast. The woman moaned. She opened her eyes slowly. Her lips were cracked. Her voice was weak. "Who are you?" she asked. "My name is Cole. You showed up at my door," he said. "Who are you?" She looked at the baby. "I am Leary." She reached for her child with trembling hands. Cole placed the baby in her arms. Leary held the baby close and kissed its forehead. "You saved us," she whispered. "What happened to you?" Cole asked. "Why were you out there?" She looked around, nervous. "No time. They will come. They will take her." "Who?" he asked, but she passed out again. Cole stood by the fire, thinking hard. He had fought in wars. He had seen aliens before during the Earth Alliance peace missions. But he had never seen an alien woman and baby alone in the wild like this. And someone had left them here. Or worse, hunted them. He looked at Leary. She was breathing, but weak. Her body was covered in cuts and bruises. She had run a long way to reach him. Maybe she didn't come by accident. Maybe she came to him on purpose. Cole checked the windows. The forest was dark and quiet, but he didn't feel safe. Something was out there. Something that wanted the baby. He locked the doors, grabbed his rifle, and sat near the fire. The baby was now asleep in Leary's arms. For a moment, the room felt peaceful, warm, but the wind outside kept howling, and Cole knew. This was only the beginning. The baby wasn't crying anymore. Instead, soft glowing light came from her small chest. Not bright. Just enough to make the cabin walls shimmer. Cole stared at it, confused. "What are you?" he whispered. He had seen many strange things during his years as a soldier in space. But never this. Never a baby that glowed like starlight. Then he heard it, thump, thump. Not from the baby. Not from the woman. From outside. Footsteps. Someone was in the woods. Cole grabbed his rifle and moved toward the window. He peered out. Nothing but trees and snow. But something felt wrong. Behind him, the woman stirred. Her eyes opened fast, wide with panic. "They're coming," she said. "They found us." Cole turned toward her. Who's coming?" She tried to sit up but winced in pain. "Hunters. They want her." "My baby. Why?" he asked. "She's just a baby." Leary shook her head. "She's more than that." Cole sat beside her as she caught her breath. "My name is Leary," she said again, slower this time. "We are from the star system Yaren. My people, they call me unfit." She looked away. "I was chosen to carry a child. But not for love, not for family, for testing. My child was made in a lab. They wanted something powerful, something new." Cole frowned. "So they made her like a weapon?" Leary shook her head. "Not weapon, hope, but they feared her when she began to glow. They said she was unstable, that she must be destroyed. Cole clenched his jaw. So you ran? She nodded. I escaped. Stole a pod. I followed an old beacon. It led me to this planet, to this cabin, to you. Cole looked at the baby. The glow was fading now, and she slept calmly. She's not dangerous, he said. She's just a baby. Leary smiled softly. She is peaceful. But if they take her, they will turn her into something else. Suddenly, a loud bang echoed from outside. Cole stood up fast. He moved to the door and opened it slowly. Snow blew in, sharp and cold dot at the edge of the forest. Was a tall figure, dressed in black armor, not human. Not friendly. Cole closed the door fast and locked it. They're here, he said. Leary gripped her baby tighter. They won't stop. Cole nodded. Then neither will I. The night stretched on. Cole moved around the cabin, checking every corner, every window. He gave Leary food, a soft soup, and the baby a few drops of warm milk. Leary was weak, but her eyes were clearer now. You were a soldier? She asked. Yeah. Cole replied. I fought in the Red Moon War. I've killed things twice my size. But I've never babysat a glowing alien before. Leary gave a soft laugh. It was the first time she'd smiled. You helped us, she said. Cole looked at her, serious. You came to me for a reason, right? She nodded. You have old Earth tech that blocks scans. Your cabin, it was hidden. My pod picked it up. Cole smirked. Didn't know my junk would ever be useful again. Leary grew quiet. If they find her, she won't survive. Please, Cole. I would rather die than lose her. He looked at her, then at the baby sleeping by the fire. You're not going to die, he said. Not while you're in my home. Outside. The figure moved closer. Watching from the trees. He spoke in a harsh alien language. This is the place, he said into a device. We wait for orders. But make no mistake, tomorrow, the child will be ours.